My name is Ben Finley and I'm a bassist and composer and the sustainability coordinator here at Westben. The Westben Centre for Connection and Creativity was co-founded by my parents Brian and Donna and the local community here 25 years ago. I was 10 years old and I remember sitting over there with my sister watching this beautiful barn and all these dreams come true, and I'm so thrilled to be here. Here in a 50-acre beautiful music farm located in Trent Hills by the town of Campbellford, Ontario. We're on Mississauga lands here, close to neighboring Alderville, Hiawatha, and Curve Lake First Nations. Sustainability is important to Westben in many ways. With the urgency to respond to climate change, the biodiversity crisis, and other intersecting social and ecological crises, it's been important for us to rethink our relationship with this place and how the arts can help us transition to more caring, just, sustainable, and regenerative paths. We think the arts and music can really connect us in really deep and profound ways and sustain us existentially, as well as really connect us with each other and the more than human, beautiful life all around us. Westben has had a long history of the connection between music and nature. The barn was really purpose-built for a really intimate and connecting experience where you hear birds, you hear frogs, and it all becomes a part of the musical experience. And when the pandemic happened, it kind of challenged us to think about that even more, to try to deepen our sense of care for this place. So one of our first steps in our sustainability planning was to put out a call in the local newspaper called the Trent Hills Tribune, and about 20 volunteers from a range of different backgrounds volunteered to be a part of this team, and we started putting together an action plan and just dreaming together what a sustainable music festival might look like. One of our other first steps was to take a free sustainability score with the organization Green Step. And this was really helpful because it was a really robust questionnaire, and it really helped us get a sense of where we are and all this room for improvement that we could have. So we were very fortunate to be right across the road from the Mary West Nature Reserve, a land stewarded by the Nature Conservancy of Canada. And we've had a really great partnership over the last few years in where we really sort of exchange ideas and really try to support each other. For instance, we've had our Sound in Nature series there where we've brought musicians into the forest and guided people through with a nature interpreter from the NCC. They've also really helped us here where they've given us property reports, which has helped us understand the local biodiversity here and what we can do to help support their habitats. So one of our initiatives is the Selfish Giants Garden. It's one of 2 native gardens conceived by master gardener Kat Kinch and planted by the Westben Festival Chorus as part of a musical project called the Selfish Giants Garden.
Nature's always been a big part of Westben. It's very important to us to blend nature and music together and how we can learn from each other. We planted some new native species gardens, and before each concert we've done these nature minutes where we talk about a specific flower in the garden, and then the audience can go take a look at it at intermission, or we talk about one of the birds in our birdhouses. This is the cup plant. It is so cool because the leaves form together like a cup, and when it rains, the water collects in the leaves, and then the birds and insects can drink from it. And now that it's fall, you can see that the seeds have collected in there, and we found bird poop everywhere, so we know the birds are enjoying the seeds. This is the Pearly Everlasting, And in the summer, it was looking all covered in caterpillars and white and crusty. And people said to me, you should trim that off. It's not doing well. And Kat Kinch, our master gardener, said, no, that's exactly what's supposed to happen. The caterpillars eat it, and then these rare butterflies called painted lady butterflies appear. And so that's just so amazing. You plant the plant and the butterflies come.
I'm so happy to tell you about the success of the birdhouses here at Westben. Over the last 2 years, volunteers have put up 36 birdhouses here, and it's made a spectacular difference in the birds that are around. This type of nest that has a round cup of grasses and then these beautiful feathers inside, that's from a tree swallow. And 3 years ago, there weren't any tree swallows around Westben, and last year, we had dozens of them circling around. They found the birdhouses last summer, and then this summer they brought back their friends and their babies. We also have bluebirds here, eastern bluebirds. They get the first shot at the nest because they live here all winter long. And the other kind of birds that we get here are house wrens, which are little brown birds that ram the birdhouses full of sticks. So the Westben Birdhouse Initiative has been a huge success. I have been coming here to Westben for years. It's always been a place that is surrounded by nature and where we hear the birds and the frogs in the springtime. I think that the extra efforts that have been made in the last couple of years have made it even more rich of an experience for people who come here, and myself included.
One really fun way to get here is by bike. You can actually take the Trans-Canada Trail here from either Hastings or Campbellford. We now also have some basic bike infrastructure such as covered bike racks and bike tools, and we also organize some group rides to actually go to the shows together. Maybe even most core projects of sustainability is the music itself, the musical experience itself. And we're so privileged and lucky to be able to do it in these beautiful places. We have our 400-seat timber frame barn with these doors that slide open to the countryside. We have this beautiful amphitheater called Willow Hill where people can sit across the meadow, take in the breezes and the birds. And we have our lovely campfire venue where you can have a s'more, cozy up in a blanket beside the campfire. From the moment you arrive and walk down the Westben path, you feel something change in your body. The fresh air, vibrant plant life, and choruses of all kinds of sound makers. You feel it, even before you make it to a concert. We still have a long way to go in our sustainability journey. One of our big overarching goals is to create a wider movement of sustainability in this community and to be in partnership with all the amazing people and organizations doing this work. On a personal level, one of my goals is to have someone come here, maybe a younger person who sees this happening and just feels a sense of hope for the future, that we can care for each other, we can care for this place together for generations to come.